Crowds roaring live, fists in the air. Legends in the ring, no time to spare. Mid-Atlantic warriors ready to fight. Old school battles all through the night. Sweat and blood on canvas floor. Heroes rise and legends soar. From the bell to the final blow. In the land where real fighters go. Mid-Atlantic territory wrestling kings. Body slam chairs and steel rings. Where the past meets the ultimate test. Mouth stands above the rest.
MATW faithful, welcome to yet again another episode of MATW Live. Alone tonight as Alexander B. Thomas is on extended leave. Our main event, Brent Fleener, and folks, in our main event this episode, it'll be the Blue Chipper, Chase Emory, challenging newly crowned MATW television champion Preston Quinn for the gold, and also in action, it'll be Brutal Bob Evans in impromptu tag action with his partner Keo Vandu as they take on the Uncut Gems, Luis Leon and Nick Diamond. And not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be the big rig, BT Windsor in action against the Silver Fox, who we hear from with words for Chase Emory right now.
Folks, Big Daddy Fox has been up these roads, down these roads, up the mountains, down the mountains. I've traveled all over. And the one thing that you hear over and over, when are you gonna man up and take on one of the hottest wrestlers today, BT Windsor? Silver Fox, when are you gonna have the cojones to do that? But it's not a lie, it's not exaggeration. I haven't been ducking anyone. I found out that it's me and you, BT. And there's nothing more exciting than that. Because tonight, fact of the matter is, I'm gonna prove to not only you, but to all of these idiots in Yorktown, Virginia, everyone watching at home, you're no big rig, you're a Tonka truck, Daddy. Big Daddy Fox, oh, out.
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago that I stepped inside that Mid-Atlantic Territory ring and I challenged for the MATW television title. And I was this close to getting my hands on that championship. And I start my climb back to the top tonight. I've got the Silver Fox. Silver Fox, when the big rig puts on these boots and tapes up these wrists, just know I'm ready to roll, Jack. So when we get in that ring, what the big rig is gonna do is put you flat on the back. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of MATW Live. Uncharacteristically, I am alone again. However, we assure you that Alexander B. Thomas, the voice of reason, will return to keep me between the ditches very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, episode, MATW. The Silver Fox is very decided outside the ring. Who could blame him? A very charged up and ready to roll on. Just looking for that big black ribbon
is the big rig, BT Windsor. And ladies and gentlemen, what an opening matchup, a main event. To be sure, anywhere else. As referee Bill Olson now has gone through the formalities and has called for the opening bell and receives it. We are all to the big rig, a newcomer. Star is very much on the rise here in the MATW galaxy, a shooting star, if you will. Fierce collar and elbow tie-up. Released finally by the Silver Fox. Comes to us tonight courtesy of BT Windsor's girlfriend. I'm quite certain that's not the case. But if one wanted to get under the skin of the big rig, that's what I'd announce. It most certainly has worked as the big rig now looking all business. Huge scoop and slam by the big rig BT Windsor. Silver Fox has had enough just for the moment, maybe, and has decided to counter to the outside. BT Windsor, the everyman, as it were, as my broadcast colleague likes to say, drinking beer, frying fish, mud, bass fishing. Sounds like a great Saturday. Pulling the hair now. Double-fisted those golden locks. Did the Silver Fox in his attempt of decleating BT Windsor and was successful. Oh, huge elbow now. Oh, followed by a haymaker-like right hand from the big rig. And another. Ooh! Headbutt now from the Silver Fox. And again. Going for an intertwinkling his fingers in that long platinum hair of BT Windsor. I remember how painful it was to be pulled by the head of the hair. It's been some time since that has happened. Folks, be sure that those big right open hand, now a closed fist from Windsor, who has just about had enough of the antics of the Silver Fox. Oh! And the gluteus maximi of Silver Fox has made an entrance and has been used and very effectively as a weapon now. Silver Fox will stop at nothing and is a grizzled veteran who is still competing on a very high level and is in certainly the chase for a championship of some volition here at MATW. Folks, we'd like to welcome you. Thank you for joining us here at MATW Live. We certainly invite you to log on to www.matwonline.com. Find out where our next live event is coming to a venue near you. Or join us here at the MATW studios located beautiful, balmy Yorktown, Virginia, a.k.a. Middletown. Huge clothesline now by BT Windsor, followed by another. Inverted atomic drop, quite effective in its application, as shown on the face of the Silver Fox now, followed by another atomic drop, non-inverted and non-caffeinated. Silver Fox now showing the signs of the bludgeoning he has received of late, courtesy of one big rig BT Windsor. attempt of trying an athletic escape from the corner. He was not quite successful. Hold on a minute. Oh, yeah! It is, in fact, the move feared by anyone who has or will face the big rig, the belly comeback suplex. Getting the job done for the big rig as Silver Fox is apparently looking like Saturday night gone way wrong. And Bill Olsen thankfully following him into the locker room area.
Chase Emory, everybody comes to Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling, they want a piece of the gold. The television championship, the symbol that says who the best wrestler on television today is. And right now you're looking at him, that's a pain train Preston Quinn. And whether I gotta dump you on your head or drop your back clear through the ring with the spine buster, that's exactly what I'll do. This right here, Chase Emory, is what it's all about. This is what you want. This is what you travel up and down the East Coast to get to. This is your chance. You better take every bit of it, and you better learn your lesson, because if I see you again, it'll be the last time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in our main event this episode, it will be the blue chipper Chase Emory challenging the pain train Preston Quinn for his newly crowned television championship. Also action, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be Brutal Bob Evans tagging up with the superstar on the rise, Keo Vandu, take on Reese Leon and Nick Diamond.
Introducing first.
And it will be an epic tag team matchup of huge, monumental proportions.
Coming in from the Emerald City with a combined weight of 426 pounds, the Pro, Nick Diamond, and the Premier, Luis Leon, take on the Uncut Gems.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, in this segment of this episode, it will be Luis Leon, Nick Diamond taking on the impromptu tag team of Brutal Bob Evans and the newcomer star is most definitely on the rise here in the MATW Galaxy, the young Keo Vandu.
And their opponents,
How can you help yourself? Hey, and not only that, he's not here to stop me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Who can help themselves from that? We are quite honored.
from Uptown USA, weighing in at 270 pounds, he is Brutal Bob Evans, and his tag team partner for the evening, coming in from Northern Virginia, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the Captain XL, Keo Vandu.
Boy, what a matchup within the tag ranks. Cowboy Ron Kitchen is cooked up for you tonight, MATW faithful. It will be the Uncut Gems, Nick Diamond and Luis Leon, taking on the impromptu tag team of Brutal Bob Evans the Uncut Gems, only because of familiarity, their training regimen, which I'm sure includes another. Not to mention, they've had a lot of time to work with one another. However, let's see if the off-the-charts athleticism and the absolute mesmerizing strength of one brutal Bob Evans can overcome it. Vandu now will start things off for his team as Luis Leon will do the same for his. Collar and elbow tight. Into a side headlock by Luis Leon. Fiercely applied, if I might add. And fired him off to no avail as Leon abruptly dumps a huge shoulder into the chest of Vandu. Competitors now encircling another weight now. Nice fireman's takeover by Keo Vandu. And a little bit of mockery now from Vandu. Ladies and gentlemen, you know me, never one to turn down a little comedic interlude or relief, as it were. Here we go, MATW faithful. The master of joint manipulation is one brutal Bob Evans. We have covered it time and time again, how this man can rearrange. Oh, goodness. Picking up Leon with his entire weight on the, not again, oh my goodness. His entire weight being stretched across his bent wrist and fingers. Must be excruciating. I would most certainly say he has had just about enough of that. And now, Nick Diamond will have his first chances at an opening salvo and is met abruptly by the brutal one, who now has captured the young Nick Diamond and has invited him into his corner. As Keo Vandu now sunset flip, only a 2 count, administered by referee Todd Myers, senior here at MATW. That armbar now. That was applied by Vandu. Able to escape it was Nick Diamond. But now finds himself into a side headlock. Oh! And was Luis Leon thinking that he was perhaps going to maybe take an advantage behind the turn back of referee Todd Myers and have a 2-on-1 field day with Keo Vandu, who has had the dominant now. Both members of the Uncut Gems are out of the ring on the floor area that is on the opposite side of the ring from the broadcast position. Oh, wait a minute, and faking that over the top rope. Kamikaze-like dive was Vandu, and both members of the Uncut Gems fell for it, and then were met, surprisingly, by the brutal one, Bob Evans on the outside. Huge suplex administered by Keo Vandu, only a 2 count. Administered by. Now, Nick Diamond to his feet. One could certainly understand or find how he would have a difficult time getting to his feet, as he has been bludgeoned from the moments he entered this contest. Now, what to say is referee Todd Myers is joined by brutal Bob Evans, who now, wait a minute, in the MATW television. He was unsuccessful, but had a very game showing of it. Oh, and that move right there, ladies and gentlemen. He has used only twice that this broadcaster can remember, and both times ended in absolute devastation. At least several moments after it was applied. Not sure what he calls that, but it is a car crash personified. Sure. Another tag made by Leon to his partner Diamond. Both members of the Uncut Gems, however, are in the ring. Able but is, however, on the outside able, which is about probably as good as we can ask for him. Again, now from high. And another blistering attack from Nick Diamond to Luis Leon, and now able to stand up Keo Vandu, who, goodness, able to move out of the way at the absolute most perfect time, and it was Leon smashing the forehead of his partner Nick Diamond, and wait, a tag has indeed been made by Keo Vandu. The brutal one, living up to his namesake. Hey, keep a rolling all night long. Here he goes, one more time. Huge fist into either forehead of the members of the Uncut Gems. Oh, huge elbow, followed by a clothesline. And this here does not look very inviting to the members of the Uncut Gems, and it most certainly wasn't. They are absolutely bewildered and beaten, no doubt. Oh, huge high back body drop now from the brutal one. And Nick Diamond is out. He is unconscious out here on the floor, some 15, 18 feet from the broadcast position. And the brutal one. It is brutal Bob Evans indeed getting it done for the impromptu team of Keo Vandu. Brutal Bob Evans.
You know, last year, I was this close to capturing the MATW heavyweight title. This close. I chased Doug Delicious for months, but it's a new year. It's 2025 now. I got my sights on something different. You see that TV title? That's what I'm gunning for. Preston Quinn, I'm here tonight. I'm tan. I'm feeling good. I've leaned up. I put on some muscle. I think you know what's about to happen. Preston Quinn, me and you, tonight.
The following contest is an MATW TV title championship match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you here to the main event where in fact it will be the blue chipper Chase Emory taking on newly crowned MATW television champion, the Pain Train, Preston Quinn, folks. What a main event it will be indeed. Don't go anywhere. It's coming up right now.
Preston Quinn, if I ever work with you before you get started on this championship match.
Let's kick it over to Lee Petrie, who is
It
standing
seems
by.
like the more and more you and I get together for these interviews over the last few months, all you've done is rack up victories. But I'm looking at this young man in the ring. He is tanned, he is chiseled, and he is a contender for any belt here in MATW. And tonight, he's gunning for that.
Lee Petrie, make no mistake about it. If they sign that young man to come after this belt, then he's going to be one of the best. And he's going to have to be one of the best. He thinks he can come pry this away from him. There ain't no man on God's green earth can beat Preston Quinn within the 10-minute time limit for the television title. Not you, not him, and not anybody standing out here in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And what's going to happen tonight is he's going to end up going home 2 inches shorter when I dump him on his head with that pile driver that you seem to have a problem with. It seems like everybody else likes to see me use it.
I, for one, do not fall into that category.
Chase Emory, I'm going to give you one chance. You're a nice looking fella. You got a nice woman at home. I'm going to give you one chance to get in your vehicle, head back down Interstate 95 to BFE, North Carolina, and be with your woman before I mess that pretty face up right here tonight.
I'm, for one, going to say that
You
ain't
still
happening.
want a chance at this?
That ain't happening.
I gave him a shot. Let it never be said that Preston Quinn isn't a fair man. Have at it, Lee Petrie.
Let's get up to April Bailey for the announcement of our MATW Television Championship match.
Introducing first, from Bowling Springs, North Carolina, weighing in at 229 pounds, he is Chase Emory.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And his opponent, from Gloucester, Virginia, weighing in at 282 pounds, he is a member of the legendary Anderson family and your MATW TV title champion, the Pain Train, Preston Quinn.
ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, where in the world have you been? Oh, well, if you're just joining us, welcome to this episode's main event where it will be the blue chipper Chase Emory challenging the newly crowned MATW television champion Preston Quinn, the Pain Train, for the MATW television championship. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so very much for joining us here this evening. Opening bell and formalities have been called for and received by referee Bill Olson, and here we go. Interesting matchup to be certain, as what Chase Emory lacks in experience and maybe
Just kiss him and get it over with.
that veteran seasoning he most certainly makes up for in time spent in the gym. Jim, very well put together. Huge collar and elbow tie up now by these behemoths. Two heavyweights locking it up for. And what I've said honestly, I feel is one of the most important titles available today, and that is the MATW Television Championship. Oh, nice side headlock now from the champ, wrenching it in, and Emory, boy, is showing that that is not very comfortable, and certainly no place he wants to be, as he reverses into a side headlock of his own. Whoa, and he has really locked the hinges tight on that headlock. Quinn now trying desperately to get out of it. Nice takeover, but not relinquishing that headlock is the blue chipper, Chase Emory, the young North Carolinian. A superstar on the rise, to be sure. Only a 1 count now. Referee Bill Olson on top of the action as usual. He is a senior in-ring official here at MATW for several reasons. One of which is because he keeps his eye going on within the confines of the squared circle. I am main event Brent Fleeter, and I am uncharacteristically alone tonight as my broadcast colleague Alexander B. Thomas is on extended duty outside the broadcast. We miss him sorely. Certainly needs you back at the broadcast position where you are one of the masters of the craft. Now, repeatedly wrenching down on the elbow, the tendons therein, the shoulder, on that left arm of the champion, who is trying desperately to get out of that. However, I'm not so sure he'll be able to. Oh, and taking it to another realm of pain is Emory. That wrist lock is just dastardly in its technique, approach, and efficiency. Now, when able to back Emory into the far corner furthest from the broadcast position. Oh, reversal now as Quinn tried to shoot Emory off into the near corner here. Well, agree with it or not, that's one way to break up being splashed into the corner. Huge right from the paint screen, my goodness! Just unceremoniously flinging the 225-pound Chase Emory into the side of the ring. Lower back is very noticeably a cause of concern for the young Chase Emory. And now, referee Bill Olson, as you heard, had reached the count of 9. However, Emory able to avoid the count out. Thank goodness. Oh, 2 huge headbutts into the turnbuckle from Emory, followed by another right elbow. Oh, into the chin and jaw area of Emory. And then you heard it. He is the master of the knife edge chop. A member of the Anderson family, Anderson trained, and I've often said, I guarantee you, Uncle Rick had a paragraph to tell this man as well. As that knife edge chop found its mark and almost opened the chest of the young Chase Emory. Oh. Now casting, but not to the floor. He was casting the young Emory to the outside. Emory made it only to the apron, and now taking advantage of that is the champion, who lands that big left club and now followed by a left elbow to the anatomy of Chase Emory. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you as we always do for joining us here at MATW Live, the pinnacle programming concerning professional wrestling. Bar none, no peer to be found. Never ceases to amaze me that, oh my, gut-wrench suplex by the champ. Still only a 2 count. Hook the leg, that's all. Emory not having it. Kicking out at 2 3/8. Now the champ applying that rear chin lock and bracing the left knee and thigh into the back of Emory for leverage. Cannot be comfortable, folks. Cannot be comfortable. A position like this. Because your chin is being manipulated in prominent area against its will, and it has to be painful and quite uncomfortable. Wait a minute. Emory has had enough. Oh, wow. Power slam for the ages, administered by the champion. And the young blue chipper, Chase Emory, is now showing the signs of the bludgeoning he has taken at the hands of the MATW television champion. And now champion is going to that second rope, and Emory able to move at just the absolute most precise moment he could have. Champ missing, but not by much. Very lucky indeed was Emory to get out of the way. Some 285, 290 pounds of television champion coming down on top of him. Huge kick to the back of the head as Emory. Oh! He was almost going to get that Russian side leg sweep. Hooked in. He had it on the counter, but it wasn't quite paid for yet. As Quinn was able to block it, and now Emory going to work with shoulders, elbows. Oh! Fire buster. And ladies and gentlemen,
And your winner, and still MATW TV title champion, the Painful, Preston Quinn.
ladies and gentlemen, as one commonly says after the television champion administers that just demonic spine buster, that'll just about do it for the blue chipper, Chase Emory. Thank you again for joining us here at MATW Live. For the absent Alexander B. Thomas, I'm Evans and Keo Vandu, bidding you all so long for now.
Your intensity.